Hi, I'm Dr. Shay Corbin with Medical Spine and Sports Injury and Rehab Centers. We're here to show you some basic stretches that you can do at home. I'm going to show you how to do these so you can do them with me, and that way you have something that you can watch and recall so you can check your technique and really just kind of check on how to do it and go through it each time. So we're going to start. The first group of exercises, our stretches we're going to do, are going to be called the Fab 4 and the quad hip flexor stretches. And that's going to be for mostly your lower extremity to help with the pelvis, low back, hip problems, knee problems, all of those. It's good for all of those stretches. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to lay on our backs. You can lay on the floor, you can do a bed, you can do a bench. It really doesn't matter where you do these as long as it's comfortable for you. If you can lay on the floor and get up easily from the floor, it's best to do that. It's just easier to roll around and move around. So I'm going to use this mat table. The first one we're going to do is we're going to take a belt, or we're going to take a stretch rope. So you can take your belt and you can loop it and make a loop like this, and you can put it, if you don't have a stretch rope, and you can put it on your foot right here. So the Fab 4 are basically the 4 different hamstring stretches that we're going to go for. We want to lay on our backs, keep one leg straight. We want to keep the knee straight right now. So the knee being straight is a real critical point. So if we come up and we bend that knee, we're still stretching and you can still feel it, but we're not getting that end of the hamstring, that distal part of the hamstring behind the knee and those critical parts. We're also not stretching the nerve root tension on that. And so some people that have sciatica, these stretches can be a little irritating. If that's the case, you want to back off of that. So first, we're just going to hold like this, knee really straight. We're going to hold for 20 to 30 seconds. This is the first one. You'll see why it's called the Fab 4 in just a second. This is the first. Then we go out to the side. We always drop our leg to restart so we can keep that leg straight. And then we're going to come out to the side, and you can hold on to that belt, and we want to pull out here. And again, this knee is straight. We're going to hold. You'll feel this in the groin area across here, and we're going to hold this for 20 to 30 seconds. So that's number 2. Then we're going to come back. We always start at this position here, and then we're going to come across this way. We do not want to rotate our hips all the way across. That is a different stretch than what we're trying to accomplish. We want to keep that leg very straight, come across here, and then we want to pull up gently. You're going to feel that stretch coming right through here. Some people will feel it on into the glute and hip, and this is where we want to be. It stretches really fast, so you don't have to come way up high to feel the stretch. You'll come, and wherever you start to feel that stretch, that's where you want to stop. We're going to hold that for, again, 20 to 30 seconds. That's the third stretch. The fourth stretch is the one where you actually bend your knee. So we want to bend that knee and kind of bring that knee to the chest. Then this part of the leg right here, we don't move. We want to keep it kind of stable. So you can either do it one of 2 ways. You can keep this stable and pull your rope, or you can hold this back here and straighten your leg out. Either way is acceptable. I prefer to kind of keep that leg here and then just kind of hold that up there. You'll feel this one more in the belly of the muscle. That's where the bent knee comes from. All the other ones straighter, you're going to feel a little bit lower down and maybe even up higher, but when you bend that knee, it's going to get that belly of that muscle, and that's going to be the fourth of the Fab 4. So we go to review: straight knee, straight up, 20, 30 seconds, come down, reset, come out to the side, straight knee, and that thigh and that groin and adductor muscles, 20 to 30 seconds, number 2. Then we're going to go back to neutral. Then we're going to come across that butt just barely coming up off that table or bed, and then we're going to pull up, and we're going to feel that all back here, really straight leg here. That's 3. Then we're going to bend that knee to chest kind of position, and then we're going to straighten this lower part of the leg right here. We're going to straighten that up to really get that good stretch in the belly of that muscle. That's the Fab 4. The quad hip flexor stretch is a complement to all that, because now that we've stretched this whole area of the posterior or the back side of the leg, glute, and thigh, we need to focus on the front hip flexors, quad, and that's easy. You just turn on your side from here, you take your belt, and you turn it behind your head, and that foot comes behind you, just like if you're going to grab your leg and stretch like this, that same type of stretch. And we're going to lift that foot up, and we're going to pull, and you're going to feel that stretch down through the thigh and into the hip flexors. And again, we're going to hold that for 15 to or 20 to 30 seconds as well. Okay, so we're going to come from this position here, and we're going to go to this position here, and then we're going to lift that hip flexor up and go from there. Okay, and that's it. That's the Fab 4 quad hip flexor stretch. That will handle most of your needs for lower extremity, lumbar spine, hip, knee, and all of that.